Alright, so change of plan. When we decide we do half and half. Nah, but I do that again. Nah, but I do that again. So I'll just take time go through with the belting. As you can see, we have to belt in this, so take time go through the belting, and then we'll move to the next side and the lintel them, and then do the belting, and then we'll go deck one decking for everything. So change our plan, you know, help we manage it better, cash flow better. If we get decking now, a whole big store, big site kind of thing to set up that, you know. So I take it easy, little, and do it how we can manage it. So we take time go through with the belt in them, and then we do the decking when the time come. Alright guys, so long time I not sit down and talk to you. We take time and go on with the project, as you can see. So we reach to the point now where we are starting to put up the belting on one of the sides, but we still have the other side to do lintels, to cast up the columns, and then do the belting for that. In the last video I said to you guys that we'll be casting the decking in two halves, so we'll do half first and then we'll move to the other side and do the same thing again. But over the weekend we decided that we're not gonna bother with that. We're gonna just take a little time and go through with all of the belting on that side, and then we'll move to the other side and we'll do the columns, we'll do the lintels, and then we can go through and do the belting for that side as well. Let me explain to you kind of the reasoning behind that. So as you can see, we need a lot more ply and farm work and so on. So we have some and we are use them. So those are what we are using now. So instead of going to spend more money for go buy new farm and all of that again, we are going to go through with the ones that we have. Also, we keep the team smaller over this period, so that we can just keep a small team. So basically the two carpenter them work and then put up all of the belting, all of the lintels them, and then when they're ready for cast now, the other guys them come in, they mix and cast, and you know, for a day and then them gone again. So we are keep the team small and we are keep doing it little by little. We are not in any rush, guys. We're not trying to finish this project tomorrow morning. As we say, it's gonna be something that we have going for a while, and as we can, that's how we're gonna do it. So we just have to take the time and go. We're fortunate enough to just keep going so far. We never plan to be going just keep going like this, but fortunately we can keep going so far. So as I said, we have to manage the cash flow as well, and when we reach to the decking is a whole new ball game. That again, slowing it down give us time for kind of, you know, build up the cash flow or put things in place and prepare properly for when the decking time come. Because when the decking time come, we have to buy one heap more ply, one heap more steel, we have to pay for the concrete, which is a big cost, and all of that. So all of that are going to come down in one go. But when we get to this point now, we can take time go through, and then we can take time save and little save and make up the money to take on all of those, take on the decking and so on. Our initial plan was to Basically put up all of the columns, put in the lintels, and pretty much just leave it and we'll take a pause and until, but we'll go ahead and we'll put up the belting. So we're gonna try at least see if we can get this thing decked within this year, being 2025. So that's the plan for this year. So we are not in any rush to go any farther than that. As I say, this year the aim or the goal is to at least deck the first floor. Next year now we can start with the blocking up, going up further, and think about decking that again. So that's the plan for now. As you can see, we start putting up the belting on that section, and we're gonna just go through and do the same thing for the other section. So cast up the columns, cast up the lintels, put up the belting, and then once you do all of that, we are gonna start get to the decking. Now I have some plyboard and metal shoring and so on another project in Kingston, so I need to bring those down, but we're not quite finished with them yet on that project. So once you're done with that, we're gonna send the truck up and get everything and transport that down. So all of the ply and so on, we're gonna transport everything down. So we have some ply for the help with the decking, and we have the prop them for hold up the decking, metal prop. So those can do quite a few, probably half of the building, but we still are gonna need some more. Either we're gonna cut them in the bush, cut some stick, or we're gonna rent some. We don't know yet, but we'll get to that when we reach there. So when we reach a bridge, we'll cross it, right? So that's basically where we are. This week we start putting up the belting, and we're gonna go through and do it little and see where that takes us. All right. Oh yeah, they say you want to apply them. I never remember I apply them. We get them tomorrow. Alright. So we're up to belting, guys. We are up to belting. So we start dropping the steel for it too. So we're going to go down that side here, cast it, and then move over to that side and cast it. Same way. Little. Alright. That's so. Alright guys, so this week, this is how we get through. Like me say, we're gonna just take time and go through and belt up the place, and then I built up the place, and then we move to the decking. Well, no, not move to the decking. Start belt up lintel and belting this side. When we do everything, we go to the decking. So this week, we strip off all of the farm work off of these lintels, as you can see, and we start put up belting over this side. So basically, as you can see, we start put up the belting. So we basically put out the farm work with the belting for all of this side in here, so the same thing. Start dropping some of the steel as you can see up at the top there, so and thing all of here, so start farm up for putting the belting. Yeah, so the rest of the plan for the week is, well, next week we want to do in this area too before we get in the guys to come and start cast them, and then when we do that, we pull down. I'll start with over this side. Start with the lintel them, and so over this side. Alright guys, so I'll leave it right there so for this week in terms of the progress we make. As me say, we'll take time go through little by little, you know, one step at a time. Kind of slow down the process, so we have to manage it as to how cash flow set up. So we have to take time, just go through now and do it little. So we have a small team of carpenters, basically 2 of them, and them just go through and put up all of the belting them. The steel man had come already and made up all of the steel for going at the belting. So all of that put on outside. So we just have a small team of carpenters who are gonna just stay and put up all of the board work for the belting, the farm work for the belting. Then them same man are gonna drop in the steel once them put up something. And then when everything put up now, we're calling the guys and cast it. And then we're gonna do the same thing over the next side. Similar to how we do the lintels. 2 of them work, put up lintels. Then we do it, put up a belting, you know. And we'll just get the guys in and cast when time ready. So we'll call it that for this video. So you know, if you do guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, keep the dream alive. We're out.